on, everyone, and welcome to another edition of FaceTime. I'm your host, Ramsey Kala, and today we got two very special guests in the house. We got A-listers, Kyle Duncan and Timothy Weah. Guys, how's it going?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Good.
Yeah, so you guys are cousins, right? How closely are you guys related? Did you guys grow up together? Because I know I got people in the family that we call cousins that might not actually be blood relatives. Are you guys just really close, or are you guys actually related?
That's my brother right there. That's my brother. That's my brother.
Oh, big fan. The same blood and everything. Yeah.
And so
that's my brother right there, bro.
Oh man,
Shit.
You can answer that one. I'll let you answer that one.
So listen. We both grew up in Brooklyn and Queens actually, and we actually moved to Florida at a young age. We both started playing soccer together at a young age, and we've been all over the place. We played at Gotchi together. We played at Red Bull together. When he went to France at a young age, I went over there. I was with him for a little bit. So like we've been everywhere, and we've just been together for like basically our whole life.
Literally grew up in same household. Was always in the same house.
It's wild.
Before we even started playing, we used to run track. So we used to do track together.
Yeah, that too. It's wild, bro.
It's basically.
How competitive were you guys growing up together like that, playing different sports?
It was always even like with track and field, it was always between us. It was like, who's the fastest? Am I faster than you? Are you faster than me? Football, because at the time Kyle wasn't a defender at the time, so he was more of like an attacking midfield. So we used to go up against each other, and we used to be like, oh, maybe I could dribble past you, you could dribble past him, but nah, it's always been competitive.
That's where I
started. Always been competitive, and it still is to this day. Whenever we go back home and we play pickup, we're never really on the same team. We go to the opposite team.
Yeah, it's never a joke thing, bro. Like whenever we play against each other, pick up, me and Timothy take it serious. The other guys might take it a little bit, as a joke, but nah, me and Timothy, we don't play around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of pickup, we briefly linked up for you guys' pickup event earlier this summer in Brooklyn. Kyle, you mentioned you guys are both from New York City. How important is it for you guys to stay, kind of rooted in your community and stay close with your home city?
I mean, like as a professional athlete, like growing up in the hood, I grew up in the hood, and Timothy as well. Like coming from those roots, like you don't really see, much of those kids getting out, and meeting professional athletes, getting their name out there. So, like that's just what we wanted to do. We wanted to give them a chance to just like come out, have fun, and play.
How did talk about that event for a little bit, because I know we're out here in LA, so we didn't get a chance to actually be there. But from the videos and everything like that, it seemed like a really successful event that you guys put together.
To be honest, it happened fast. It was like we were just brainstorming one night, and I was just like, yo, why don't we do like a little pickup thing right there in Medover? That's where we played most of our childhood career. So playing against Medover, that's where we played. So just hit Omar, and Omar was like, yeah, he's down. Let's see if Kyle's down. We could set it up.
Was it like 2 days before?
Yeah, it was like a 2-day thing. 2 days before we got it going. We got a couple sponsors, obviously you guys. So thank you to you guys, and we made it happen quick. And for me, the outcome was pretty dope. I had some lovely guys out there, some girl footballers as well. The vibes were good, DJ, music, all that. So I was just happy to be back home, and just to share that moment with everyone. So it was dope. It was dope.
To be honest, I wasn't even expecting that many people to pull up.
Yeah,
so it was kind of surprising. It was actually wild. It was good.
Yeah, that's always nice, but sometimes when you get that big crowd, it can get overwhelming, right? Yeah, cool. So speaking of New York, Kyle, you just wrapped up your season with the Red Bulls. Recently announced that you'll be moving to a new club in Belgium. Can you just talk about your
Yeah.
time in New York and put into words, what that experience was like for you playing in your home city?
I mean, playing in your home city, it's always a great thing. Your family can come and watch you, your friends can come and watch you. So that's something I really miss a lot. But I can't thank New York Red Bulls enough for like giving me the chance. 4 years ago, because I was really in a hard time. I was really in a hard spot because I was in France. I was looking for teams, and it wasn't really working out for me. So I came back 4 years ago, played with New York Red Bulls, and I tore my ACL,
Mm.
but they stuck by my side. The fans stuck by my side, and like I made it back. Where I wanted to be,
Yeah.
which was Europe. And I can't thank them enough for giving me the opportunity to showcase myself.
Yeah, I mean, and can we talk about last weekend's playoff match? Obviously, a really tough outcome. You were
Yeah.
inches away from putting it away there in extra time. But how do you bounce back from something like that? And what does a tough loss like that teach you in your career moving forward?
I mean, you just look at it as God has plans for everybody.
Mm.
That might be not be your time to shine. So you just take that in a positive way and be like, listen, you missed this opportunity now, but you have another opportunity, a greater opportunity to go and shine in Europe.
Yeah.
And maybe score goals, give assists,
Right.
and then eventually move on. You never know where the soccer world takes you.
Yeah.
So just keep pushing, and eventually something will come out of it.
Yeah, and now that you're back in Europe with Ostend, I hope I'm saying that right. What are some of your goals in this off season? Going into the new club.
I mean, going into a new club, you just like one of my coaches at Red Bulls told me, you want to go there to fit in, but you also want to go there to stand out.
Stand out, right? Yeah.
And I'm going there to fit in, but I'm going there to make a change. I don't want these guys to be, taking me as a joke. I want to go there,
Mm.
like with I want to gain their respect,
Right.
and gaining their respect will show them that like, I'm ready to do my thing. I'm not ready to joke around or anything while I'm here. So that's one of my goals is just to go there to, to show them like I'm ready to change this team. That's
Right.
that's my goal.
For
Hmm.
sure, yeah. And I mean, you said at the beginning of the interview you'll be with Tim in Europe soon. How often do you guys keep tabs on each other's careers? Because obviously you guys are so close. Uh, Timothy, were you watching Kyle during the season, the MLS season, and Kyle, were you watching Timothy in France?
I always keep up with
Um,
Kyle. Obviously, the
yeah,
time difference is a bit crazy on this
yeah,
side, so it's hard to catch the games. But being that I played for Red Bulls, I follow Red Bulls,
Right.
so I'm always seeing what they're doing. I was just recently watching the highlights from their playoff game, and it was so unfortunate that they got scored on in the last minute.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, always keep tabs on Kyle. We always keep in touch. We're always on the phone together. We're always texting. So it's really easy to keep up with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
same
Cool.
thing here.
That's great that you guys, despite being so far away from each other, but now, I mean, obviously, you guys will be closer. Timothy, I wanted to talk about the most recent World Cup qualifying window. Obviously, big win over Mexico. You scored in the game against Jamaica. You're man of the match both matches. What are the vibes like with the national team right now? Because you guys obviously have a lot of momentum rolling forward.
Oh man, the vibes are cool. It's amazing being with that group. Obviously, no egos in the team, which is a huge thing for us. So we just gel together really well, and the team we're playing good football at the moment. So it's really fun to be in camp, seeing the boys, um, playing playing back in the States is amazing. It's a different feeling than playing in Europe.
Right.
Having our home fans was great, and it was just an honor to represent the national team and represent the badge, and just be out there playing high level football. And it's World Cup qualifiers. It's something I've dreamed about playing my whole life. So it was great. I was pumped to be out there, and it was even better being with the boys.
Yeah, that goal against Jamaica, was that your second career goal with the national team?
Yes,
Yeah, so
yes,
I think it should have been your third because I was watching that Costa Rica game and
yeah.
that own goal. I don't know about that. That was kind of
That's his
a
goal.
questionable decision from the scorekeeper. But does that kind of stuff bother you? Are you because obviously you don't want to be that guy that always brings up stats and stuff, but you know you always want to have those goals in your back pocket.
Yeah,
Does stuff like that bother you as a player?
not really. I think I'm one of those players where I really, really don't care.
Mm,
Um, I just go out there and try to do, the best that I can do. And obviously, if you score, it's amazing. If you assist, it's amazing. Nowadays, stats are really important. But
right.
I go into every game, feeling like feeling that I want to score, feeling that I want to assist. And if it doesn't happen, my main goal is just to play good and continue, just keep my level high. And I feel like once I continue playing well and getting the performances that I need, and getting more time, the goals and everything will come. So I'm just really patient and just waiting on all of that. So yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk about the that Mexico match in one moment in particular when Brendan Aronson kind of got tied up with Luis Rodriguez and Weston McKinney came over and he was kind of getting fired up, getting in Rodriguez's face. Um, obviously moments later, Pulisic came in and put you guys ahead 1-0.
Mhm.
Did that kind of moment rally you guys together to see Weston get fired up like that? Because I know watching from home, when I saw that, I was kind of getting amped up just seeing Weston stand up for Aronson like that.
I think with the dynamic that we have in the group and the brotherhood that we have in this team, when there's moments like that, we all have each other's back. So it was definitely great seeing Weston and a couple of other guys have Brendan's back, because last time, it was a different situation. It was Christian. There was bottles getting thrown at
Right,
us,
right,
a
right.
whole bunch of things, and we were all trying to protect each other from the bottles and all that. So it's good to have a team. You know that these guys are behind you. So I think that really helped us in the game. After that moment, we turned it up a notch. Christian came in, the supporters went crazy, and we knew what time it was. It was go time, and
Mm.
we executed properly. So yeah.
Yeah, and then like you mentioned, Christian came in and scored pretty much immediately on his first touch. He did that man in the mirror celebration in response to Memo Cho's
Mhm.
comments. Took him kind of a second to pull up the jersey. He's got that slim fit going, but there's some rumors that you and DeAndre Yedlin were kind of behind that and kind of gave him the idea behind doing that celebration. Can you kind of go into that just a little bit?
So it was just one night. We went into the kit room. Obviously, the guys before the game, that's when they press everything together to
Mm-hmm,
do the jerseys and
hmm
all that. And we're just making jokes. We're just making jokes about like, yo, what wouldn't it be crazy if like Christian celebration was him like taking off his shirt and there was just a written like shirt underneath with basically the same thing. And I guess Kyle gave Christian the idea. I don't know if Kyle relayed that to Christian or if Christian thought of it himself. But yeah, that was pretty much the thought came from us. But I think Christian did his own thing, his own little flip on it, and it was dope. It was dope. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. But yeah, it was definitely an iconic moment.
Yeah, because I know on the broadcast they couldn't quite get it because all of it happened so fast. So people on Twitter were
Mhm.
kind of rushing and we're like, "What the hell? What's on the shirt? What's on the shirt? What's on the shirt?" But to kind of see that that was really awesome to see. But just transitioning into stuff off the pitch because a lot of what we
Mhm.
do kind of surrounds the lifestyle, the culture around soccer. Um, so I wanted to see what you guys get up to off the pitch. Kyle, starting with you, see on your Instagram, I've seen that you got some moves, man. You're quite the dancer. Can you talk about how you got
Yeah.
introduced a little bit?
I mean, I just at a young age, I just loved dancing. I started dancing with my brother, my older brother. He used to dance a lot, and I used to just watch him dancing. I eventually, grew to be better than him. He's a little stiff on the little on the stiff side, but I just love dancing. I love watching different dances and just learning them on my own.
And do you take like classes or is it mostly just learning by watching?
I've never taken a dance class in my life, but when I just look at a dance and just see it, like I just want to copy it and then just get better at it.
Yeah, Iman Shumpert just won Dancing with the Stars. Maybe we'll see you on that in a couple of years.
Iman Shumpert?
Yeah, he just won Dancing with the
I
Stars.
did not even see that.
Yeah, he's like the first, I think, basketball player. So we need to get some footballers in there. Maybe in 5-10 years we'll see you on there.
Yeah.
And I've seen you're into cars too. I saw you got some mods on your car. Can you talk about that for a little bit?
So yeah, I'm into cars. I've done air suspension. I've gotten, my dream rims. They're called AGs, Avant-Garde. I've done like ambient lighting, like star roof. I took the wrap off and now I have like carbon fiber parts on it.
Cool.
But like simple stuff. I didn't really get into the engine or anything because, I really want to mess around with the warranty. But other than that, like the car looks dope right now. I'm actually thinking about partnering it out and selling it because, I'm moving to Europe.
Right.
I just wanted to be sitting here. So
yeah. What are you going to be whipping around in Europe? Are you just taking a public transportation or what?
I'm not even sure. I'm thinking about getting an Infiniti. Yeah. So like Infiniti Q50. So if I can get that, then that'll be dope. Because the rims that I have over here can go on that car after I sell it.
Just keep those and
exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Timothy, I've seen obviously you're big into fashion. You're flexing your shoe collection all the time. How'd you get into that? Is that a product of playing in Paris for a little bit, or did you already have an eye for that when you were heading to PSG?
No, my love for shoes started when I was younger. Obviously, when I was going to school, your friends. I went to private school in New York, in Queens, a Jamaican private school, and then I went to public school. And when I got to public school, that's when I really started getting into shoe game. I started playing basketball, and my first pair of Jordans were the 4s, and my mom, she always told me to slow down with the sneakers, make sure I take care of them and all that stuff. And I think just from a young age, I wanted every sneaker, so I started with the Jordan 4s, and I went to foam posits, and then as I started to get older, the fun started coming in. So I was able to invest in my shoe game, and I think that's one of my greatest treasures. The 4s. Big fan of 3s, 11s, just the whole load of it. So yeah, super into shoes.
Then you getting into the resale market, or do you got a plug who gets you for retail?
Shout out to my plug, Amy Lane at Stadium Goods. She gets me right. So yeah, for sure. Anything I need, I just text her, and she sends it over here. Yeah.
That's close. And so who's got I gotta ask this. So who's got the better shoe game, you or Greg Berhalter? Because I see he's always got some heat on the sideline.
we talk about this every camp because coach comes with new drip every camp.
Right.
But I always tell him he cannot compete with me. He cannot compete with me. And obviously, I'm gonna let him have it for now because I've signed a deal with New Balance. So I'm enjoying my New Balance deal. I'm in 550s. I'm in a couple other shoes that New Balance has, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm loving it, and it's definitely a vibe. Loving New Balance, yeah.
Yeah, the 550s have kind of taken the shoe game by storm. I mean, they've obviously had a couple of good collabs with Aimé Leon Dore. I've seen they just did one with Rich Paul. So New Balance, I mean, that they've obviously been in the game for a long time. Can you kind of talk about that deal that you got going on with them?
No, New Balance have been in the game for a long time. They've always been around. But they just started to get more. They started to get more into football as of recent. Signing Sterling,
right? Yeah.
And then my boy Harvey Elliott,
Sadio Mane too.
Sadio Mane, obviously big names. And it all started. I was on a Nike deal before, obviously when I was younger, and then I went to Celtic, and I was able to finish that deal up with Nike, and then start talking with New Balance. And it was like 2 years of negotiations while I was off contract, And then I just love what New Balance brought to the table. Um, they allow me to be myself. They allow me to use the vision that I have. They allow me to dabble in a lot of things like fashion, music, all these other things. So it was the perfect brand for me. And now that I've signed the deal, they're putting so much effort into making me feel at home. With photo shoots, commercials, sending me a whole bunch of gear. So I'm loving it so far, and hopefully this summer we can definitely get a tournament going with New Balance and you guys for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean I seen you in Times Square on that big billboard. So that's pretty big.
Insane. Yeah, dream come true. Sure.
And you mentioned music. Are you in a studio right now?
Yeah, this is my home studio. Me and my best friend, Chibo Rapon, he goes by Fleetsy. We built it together, and this is our little work zone that we created. So
So how do you balance doing stuff with music and obviously training and everything like that?
So training and music. To be honest, after training, I have so much time on my hands. As a professional athlete,
right.
We have so much time because we train in the mornings, and then from there on, we have a lot of free time. So I'll probably come home from training, get a nap in, and then just hit the studio and write and free my mind. And it's just my little go-to hobby. I love it. So yeah.
When are we getting the video with Kyle on as a backup dancer?
Hey, I don't know. Maybe sometime soon.
Hey.
We're also working on an album soon, connecting with a lot of different artists, a lot of guys in the music industry and of that sort. So hopefully we get an album very soon.
I've been waiting on music for the longest.
Kyle, are you into that stuff too, or is it mostly just dancing?
No, I'm more into dancing. If I actually took dancing serious, I think I would probably be out there because I'm pretty good on my own.
Yeah, I seen that locker room video you posted. I mean, that's some serious stuff.
Yeah, I was just joking around though. That's the funny thing. But hey, yeah, man,
you got
I'm just into dancing.
You got
music right now.
Cool. All right, man. I know you guys are both busy, so I just want to wrap up with anything that you guys got working on, that you guys are working on that you wanted to shout out. Any events that we could keep our eyes out for.
Listen, we got.
You start.
Okay, so next year we're thinking about hitting LA and Florida. Our boy Omar, came up with that idea, and we thought it would be good to just get to other places, other than New York. We still gonna try and hit the hometown, if we have time. But we really want to get our name out there, so it would be good to hit those other places, Timothy.
Yeah, so obviously, like you said, the pop out, it was a great success last time, but we want to make it an even bigger thing. Right. So we definitely want to do it back in a home city again, New York, and then expand from LA to Miami and just keep it going. Obviously want to get sponsors in, get it out there on social media. And I think it's going to be dope. It's going to be something definitely to look forward to. We really wanted to get big, and it's basically about the culture. That's what it's for. So
yeah,
hopefully we can succeed and do that. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep an eye out for that, and we'll keep an eye out for the debut album.
Guys, waiting on that.
Any final shout outs that you guys want to put out there?
Shout out my boy Omar. You already know.
Shout out Omar. Yeah. Shout out Omar.
He's the man behind scenes doing it all. Shout out Matthew Duncan, our big cousin. He's behind the scenes doing it all with Omar too. So big shout out to those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that wraps it up, man.
Yeah. All right, guys. Really appreciate you taking the time to talk. For Urban Pitch, Kyle Duncan and Timothy Weah, I'm Ramsey Abushala. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you guys next time.